guys, it is Wednesday and I feel like baking a little something. I didn't want to make anything too big. I didn't want to make a big cake or muffins or anything like that. And then I came across this recipe. It's in that Taste of Home Fall Baking book that I bought at Ollie's not too long ago. It is banana nut brownies. And I have a couple of bananas here that I need to use up. And so I thought this would be perfect. Now, the only thing I'm going to do differently than the recipe calls for is I'm going to omit the nuts. I just don't feel like chopping up nuts. Feeling really lazy today. Just going to be honest. So instead of walnuts, I am going to put some dairy-free white chocolate chips in instead of the walnuts. I think that'll be a nice substitute. And then, as you know, I'm trying to stay away from sugar. I can't remember if these are monk fruit sweetened or not, but there won't be very much sugar in those. You only put a half a cup for the entire batter, so I'm not going to stress about it, but I am going to substitute the sugar for coconut sugar. So let's go ahead and get going on this. I'm not even going to get out my KitchenAid. I am going to just use, well, I've got a KitchenAid hand mixer. I'm going to use that instead. I'm not going to get out my big mixer just to whip up some brownies. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. I'm going to get my mixer set up here. I can never remember which side goes which. Okay. There we go. That is ready to go. So in this bowl, I am going to combine the butter, the sugar, and the cocoa. And so I have a half a cup of butter here that I melted in my microwave, and it is cooled. And it's still a little bit warm, but it's not beastly hot. And then it's 1 cup of coconut sugar. And then 3 tablespoons of baking cocoa. This is a 1.5 tablespoon scoop, so I'll use 2 of these, obviously. So then you just combine, it says. So I'm just gonna blend this just real quickly. So you just want to blend that till all the lumps of the coconut sugar are broken up and it is starting to dissolve. Now, coconut sugar does take longer to dissolve than regular cane sugar, so you want to keep that in mind. So then to this, you want to stir in the eggs, the milk, and the vanilla. So you just need 1 tablespoon of milk, and I'm going to be using almond milk. This is a 2 teaspoon measurer, and I can't find a 1 teaspoon, so I'm just going to go about half, eyeball it. If it's a little extra, that's okay. Vanilla's good. And then 2 eggs lightly beaten. I'm just going to put them in the cup that I measured the sugar in and kind of just break them up with a fork one at a time. And believe it or not, it only calls for a half a cup of all-purpose flour. That kind of surprises me a little bit. So there's half a cup of flour. 1 teaspoon baking powder. This is a half a teaspoon. Like I said, I can't find my 1 teaspoon measure. I don't know where it's at. So I'll put 2 of these in. Baking powder. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to try to very carefully do about half of this. That's about 1/4 of a teaspoon. And you blend all of this together. This batter looks very nice and it smells very good. I wish you guys could smell it, but look how creamy and fluffy that looks. So now the last step is that you fold in the walnuts, but in my case, I'm using those white chocolate chips. I have my brownie pan here, and it's been sprayed with cooking spray. They say to put it in a 9-inch square pan. I don't have a 9-inch square pan, so this is the pan I always use for brownies, and they always turn out perfect. So I call this my brownie pan, and I use it for cornbread too. Brownie and cornbread, and that's the only thing I ever bake in this pan. But I'm going to go ahead and get this thoroughly scraped out. I always like to scrape my bowls really well. It was something my mother taught me. Probably because she was raised during the Depression, where you didn't waste a thing. So like I said, my oven's been preheating at 350 degrees. This brownie batter looks delicious. So fluffy. I've never seen such fluffy brownie batter. Hopefully it bakes up as nicely as it looks right now. And my hands are clean, and plus this is going to be baked. So it doesn't matter if I put my fingers in it. But I won't taste it because I have a thing about raw eggs. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and bake this. It says between 40 and 45 minutes. I'm going to check it sooner than that. And I'll let you know how long it bakes for, but you'd bake it till a toothpick test's done, you know, when you bake anything like a cake or whatever. So I'll bring you back when it's time to give these a taste, which will be probably several hours from now. They are out of the oven. They're still slightly warm. It took right about 30 minutes. Not 35 or not 40 to 45 like the recipe said. So let me cut these and give these brownies a taste. All right, this is the bottom of the brownie because I scooped it out and kind of turned it upside down. They are very, very, very moist. I think that shiny thing that you're seeing there are some of the white chocolate chips that kind of melted into the brownie. But they look very ooey and gooey. So let me give you a taste. Give these a taste and I'll let you know what I think. They are very good, but as Olivia just said, they're very good, but they don't really taste like a brownie. You definitely can taste the banana. I think that's why they're so soft and gooey. The chocolate is there, but it's definitely like the second thing that you taste. The main thing you taste is the banana. So honestly, you could probably omit the cocoa powder and just add some spices to it. And then it would be truly a banana nut brownie. But it's very, very good. The banana makes it very moist, and the coconut sugar, you can't really even tell that I substituted the coconut sugar for regular sugar. Honestly, the white chocolate chips don't really do a whole lot for it, really. I mean, it probably would be better with some nuts in it. But anyway, it is definitely I cannot speak. It is definitely worth giving this recipe a try, especially if you are a banana lover. Well, good morning, guys. I am having my cup of coffee. I need to read my Bible. It's Thursday morning, by the way. And I wanted to share with you this little booklet. I think I shared this with you last year, I know for sure. I may have the year before as well. I need to get a drink of coffee and then I'll show you what this is. So it's just a little thin booklet that was my mother-in-law's. I honestly don't remember how I came to own it. I think my father-in-law gave it to me after my mother-in-law passed away. I don't remember, but I've had it for a long time. And I've really kind of treasured it. I really like it a lot. I keep it in my Bible so that it doesn't get lost. And every November, I read it. I read the whole thing through, 1 or 2 poems a day. It's just a book of poems, Thanksgiving poems. And so I thought I would read the first poem for you. I just now started reading it. Today's my first day because it's got, it doesn't have enough for every single day of the month of November, but I try to finish it up by Thanksgiving. Sometimes I read 1 poem a day, sometimes I read 2 or 3. But anyway, let me go ahead and read this one to you. And whoever, this is the person that gave it to my mother-in-law. It's kind of like a card. I don't know, back in the day they used to send really cool stuff. Not just regular cards, but they'd send these little booklets. And I don't know, let's see, where did it... Oh, it came from the Ideals company. That's right, because I remember last year I was looking at this and I remember one of you had told me that Ideals had books. And so I found this Ideals scrapbook on Etsy, I think. Etsy or eBay, I can't remember. So I picked this up and it's got lots of different poems in it too. And it's for stories and things. It's for fall and Christmas. So look at that kitty. So cute. But anyway, let me read this poem. It says, Happy Thanksgiving, and who wrote it? It doesn't have the author, but this is the editor and the managing editor, I think, for this whole little booklet. The hush of autumn holds the land in peaceful, quiet rest, as if in gratitude to God for days so richly blessed. The silent reverence of the hills is wrought in sheaves of grain. Acknowledgement of God is drawn across the fertile plain. In ample stores of ripening fruit, in lately dormant sod, is spelled in still unuttered words, deep thankfulness to God. And so that's what this whole book, it's just full of poems and things about Thanksgiving and giving thanks to the Lord for our rich abundance that we have in this country. And I just love it. I just love this little booklet very much. And maybe I will share poems throughout the month of November with you out of this book. Well, it's a little bit later now, and I need to get some stuff done.
it's a shorter day for Olivia at school today, so I have to leave here about 1:15 or so to pick her up. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. It's been kind of a lazy last couple of days. I haven't really done a whole lot, and that's why I haven't filmed a whole lot. Today, I think what I'm going to do is I just need to go back downstairs and straighten up the family room. It is still, it looks like, you know, an explosion happened in there. I still have boxes of stuff everywhere, and I need to vacuum because every time I touch that tree, it sheds like crazy. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to go downstairs. I'll take you guys with me, and we'll just kind of putter around down there and get the family room straightened up. And I think the only thing I still need to decorate down there is my coffee table. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for a centerpiece for the coffee table. So I don't know if I'll actually like decorate it today, or I might just kind of get started on it. But you know, when I do my home tour, my Christmas home tour, things will look different down there, I'm sure, because I'll just keep, you know, changing things up. And once I get my main decor out after Thanksgiving, then I can put the final touches on everything. But I'm planning on downsizing quite a bit after Christmas when I put everything away, make some decisions, some tough decisions to part with some things, because my Christmas closet downstairs has really gotten out of hand, and it's just, there's just too much in there. But the problem is that I hang on to some things for sentimental reasons, not because I actually use them in my decor, and I don't want to get rid of them, like things that my kids made when they were little, or, you know, stuff like that. So that's where I come into my conundrum with my stuff, is that a lot of it, my stuff, I keep because it means something to me and not because I necessarily use it. So I doubt I'll get rid of any of those things, any of the sentimental things, but there are definitely some things in my decor that I can part with and pare things down. I was able to get things narrowed down quite a bit in my fall decor. I was very happy about that. I think I had 2 empty totes when I got done with my decor, you know, putting my decor up this year. I was able to get rid of quite a bit of stuff, so I'm kind of hoping I'll be able to do the same thing for my Christmas things, just, you know, downsize, get rid of some stuff that I don't use. Mainly, I noticed I have a lot of wreaths that I don't ever use. Some of them are pretty beat up and old, past their prime. Some of them are ones that I just don't really like anymore, and those take up a lot of space. I have those wreath containers, like the Rubbermaid containers made for wreaths. I think I have 3 of those, and those take up a lot of space. So if I could pare those, you know, pare those down and get rid of like at least one of those wreath totes, that would save a lot of space in there. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go down. I'm going to get that room straightened up, tidied up, all the totes put back in the closet, and vacuum. So let's go. Let's go get some work done. Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to just gently dust my aluminum Christmas tree here. I probably should do this throughout the year, like once a month or something, because keeping this up all year was such a good decision. And it was out of the way, didn't cause any problems being up, and boy, it made decorating this room so much easier. I can kind of understand why some, you know, they kind of make a joke out of people that leave their trees up all year round and just kind of throw a blanket over it or a sheet. I can see that, especially when you get older. I mean, you still want to have Christmas, but But it's a lot of work. For me, every year it seems to be harder and harder. Got a new ache or pain that causes issues. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I can see a difference dusting this. Looks shinier after dusting. All right, good. That's done. I have my vintage toys under the tree too. Just leave those there. All right, yeah, looks good. I still have to hook up the color wheel, but I don't have that going all the time. All right, let's go look in the family room. This is literally how I left it after my last video. I was running short on time trying to finish that video up, and I just left everything. So let me set my tripod up and let's get this room cleaned up because it's a mess. Now this pile of stuff I am not messing with. This is just going to stay here. Most of that is fall decor, or fall decor bins. Let me put it that way. And empty bins. And so I'm just going to leave those there. And a lot of this is stuff that I'm going to be getting rid of. So I just don't feel like sorting through this stuff today. And I don't feel like shoving it all back in the closet. So it's just going to stay there. Some of this stuff I will get cleaned up. Maybe not today, but within the next day or two. But all of the fall stuff, fall bins, they're just going to stay there. Because they're going to be, I mean, just in a matter of what, 3 weeks, we're going to be putting my fall stuff away. So no point in shoving it all back in the closet when I'm just going to be needing it in just a couple of weeks. So anyway, onward to this mess. So this is that box that the ornaments came in. I will hang on to this because I like to put the ornaments back in their original packaging when I put them away at the end of the year. So I will hang on to this box. I'll just throw it in this tote over here. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I might just stick them back behind that table over there because I don't have any space for those in my office. So let me get those put back behind that table. Hopefully they'll fit back there. Yeah, those boxes fit back there. So now let us work on this coffee table. I've got, oh, I got all kinds of stuff on here. Let me see. What is this? There's some stuff I'm going to donate. These are Christmas hooks. Never have too many of those. I pulled those out when I was putting those balls on the tree, and I didn't realize that that box came with hooks. It didn't say anything on the outside of the box about them having hooks, but they did, which was a very nice surprise. I have a few things here sitting on my table that I was thinking about using for the centerpiece. So let me finish getting this table cleaned off, and then we'll kind of work together on putting a little centerpiece together. But like I said, it'll probably change before it's all said and done.
for my little centerpiece here, I have these two little felt snowflakes. I think where did I get these? Probably Walmart. I don't remember, honestly, but I think it was Walmart. And I'm just going to put one on either side here. And then basically kind of just put my stuff back. Got a picture of my sweet little Pepper girl. I love that dog so much. Miss her. And I'm going to do the same over here on this side. And this is a picture of me with my little Lucy girl. She was my first Doxy, and this was when she was little. She wasn't even a year old yet. She would just get up there and try to lick my face. She was the sweetest dog. She was so smart. Oh my goodness, she was such a good girl. Really miss her too. I really would love to get another dachshund. I really, really would. The only thing that's holding us back is because they are very expensive. Well, there's a few things. Percy. Do I need to say any more than to just say Percy? If you know Percy, you know what I'm talking about. Number two, they are so expensive. Little dachshund puppies are so expensive right now. It's ridiculous. And number three, they are prone to back trouble. And I just do I want to go into getting another dog that I know 80% chance they're going to have back issues? I don't know. I just would really like to get a dog just once in my life that had no issues. No issues. Just healthy, lived a long time, died of old age. So far, that's not been our track record so far. So then in this tray, I think I'm going to leave that tray there. I've got this little lamp and it's got cardinals on it. So you definitely know I want to use that. So I think I'm going to put that kind of in the middle. These candles on either side are going to stay. I think they just match really well with the red and then the wood candle holders. Those are really cute. And then I've got these balsa wood Christmas trees. They just slide together and they come in 3 different sizes. I think I got these at Dollar General. Pretty sure. They were in a kit where you could decorate them, probably for kids or whatever. And I just like the way they look natural. So I think I'll just kind of make a little balsa wood forest around my lamp post here. That lamp post reminds me a little bit of the lamp post in Narnia. Yeah, there's 3 sizes, small, medium, large, and I had bought 2 sets of them. So I'm kind of liking the simplicity of this. What I might do later is add a little bit of greenery to it. There that is. I'll take you down and show it to you up close here in a minute. And then the only other thing I wanted to add to that is I've got these salt and pepper shakers. They're from a company called Deco. And I got these at that store that I used to work at years ago. But I just really like these. Mr. and Mrs. Snowman. And those will look really cute right there. Yeah, I really like that. It's very simple, but I like it. I do. I don't think I'm going to change it at all. I might, like I said, I might add a few little sprigs of greenery in there once I get all of my, the rest of my totes out. I don't have any greenery in my, I tried to put all of my greenery in one tote last year when I boxed everything up. And so I don't have any greenery like readily available. So that's where I'll be adding like touches to everything, is when I get my greenery totes out, have all my picks and things in it, and I'll go around and add picks to all of my decor. So anyway, but this is what it looks like at the moment, and I really, really like it. I don't know, simple. I think simple is the key word for this year. I just want to keep things simple. And like I said before, my simple is probably someone else's way overboard. But for me, this is really simple this year. I have this dude. I was not going to use him this year, but I really like him. And he won't take up a whole lot of space sitting out. Maybe I'll stick him over here by the tree. Yeah, he looks super cute right there. I like it. Well, good, he looks really cute there. I'm glad I was able to find a spot for him because I really wanted to have him out this year. Here are the books that I took out of there. So I need to get those put on the bookshelf. These blankets and such I'm not going to use this year. This is when I did the big time Winter Wonderland theme with the woodland creatures. So I'm just going to stick that in this tote. Empty Walmart bag. I've got, that's my sweeper. I've got that step stool over there that I need to get put away. If you see those dishes over there, those are a combination of things that I'm going to be using for Thanksgiving and things that I'm going to donate. So that's why they're just kind of set there. I pulled them out of my hutch the last time I had the stuff away from the front of the hutch, and it's just going to stay there till Thanksgiving. I'm not bothered by little things like that because I don't live in a showcase home. I live in a home, a real home. And sometimes I just like things to be convenient, even if they're not exactly aesthetically pleasing. But I don't think that those dishes, that little set of dishes sitting there, is going to bother anybody. So I'm going to get that step stool put away, get this tote put in the closet, and vacuum. All right, the last thing I want to do before I wrap this video up is I want to put my Christmas wreath on my closet door. This is my notorious decorations closet. It's full of decor for the seasons, mainly Christmas. But I have a wreath. I'm going to take my fall thing down. And I have this wreath. I made this wreath a couple years ago, I guess. It's still in pretty good shape. I keep it hung up in the closet because I know it'll get really crushed in a box. So I just need to fluff the bow. Okay, that's pretty cute. It's got the white birds on it, got a couple little splashes of red, and the silver, so it matches my tree really well. All right, friends, it feels so good to have this room tidied up again. Everything back in its place. And for the most part, I am done decorating for Christmas down here. You will definitely be getting a full home decor tour later in December. But for now, this is what I've got done. Like I said, I will be tweaking things. I always do. But it feels good to have the bulk of it done. So yeah, I'm really loving it. I am really loving it. All right, friends, I know this is probably a shorter video than normal, but like I said, there wasn't a whole lot going on the last couple of days. It's been a very, very chill couple of days. Not any errands that I had to do. And honestly, I kind of enjoy those days sometimes. It does make vlogging a little bit more challenging because I don't want my videos to be boring, but I try to just tape the more exciting things that I do, or that if I'm actually doing something, I like to video those and include them in my vlogs. But anyway, friends, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Have a wonderful weekend. I can't even believe it's time for the weekend again already. But have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again next week, probably on Wednesday, with another brand new video. Bye-bye, friends.